We're live here in Leeds. It is 1:20 on the 10th of May. And this is apparently the day of action. Afternoon, guys. Looking forward to a day of action. This is a day of action, apparently. That's what they've called it. It's like plenty of action. We want action. And there's not a lot of action going on. Not a lot at all. So, the guys haven't arrived back from Wakefield yet. Looks like I'm the only one. That's Milo. Milo.
Hello. Fucking hell, you're getting about. Weren't you guys at Banners this morning?
Yeah.
How were it? I didn't go because I thought it were going to be a bit...
It was excellent, actually. There was two different types. They sort of ruined it.
Did you have any fun? Did you have any fun?
I had a little bit of fun right at the end when I was trying to get some video of Jeremy Corbyn while he was talking to various people, and all the pro-Palestinians all came in and started shoving me and pushing me and preventing me and putting stuff in front of me. So I just called them a bunch of fascists.
Glad you could get near Corbyn often, like when he leads like a national march, there's literally 100 people around him at all times.
His security were Palestinians, stroke Asians, stroke Muslims, whatever. They were of a certain ethnicity, and they were making sure that nobody else could get anywhere near him. And then all of their mates were making sure no one else could get anywhere near. So, yeah. It was all right. It was all right. It was.
I can't say I've really ever noticed Jeremy's like security detail. I know he's got security around him, but
well, whether they were security or whether they were acting, we're gonna be his security.
Like
he's
that.
with us, type of thing. I've no idea.
I think he still gets a couple of coppers with him.
I've no idea. There was a few police that were hanging around watching, you know. Yeah, the guys are going to be here in a minute when they arrive.
I decided last night I'd rather play video games than stayed up till 4 o'clock in the morning shooting things.
Well, I mean, that's what happens when you're young and you've got all of this energy. Wait till you're my age and yeah, you'll be screwed.
I don't feel like I've got any energy now.
You'll be in bed by 9 o'clock every night, you know.
Yeah, that's me when I work in 9 to 5 though. When I work in 9 to 5, I'd be in bed every night for 9.
I don't. It's after midnight for me. That's why I'm always knackered at work.
Yeah.
And do I give a shit? Nah. I'll have a siesta if necessary at lunch.
Was Banners done early then? Was it like done by like...
They started off around about 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then they walked through. They walked
yeah.
through Wakefield to the Trinity Centre,
yeah,
Trinity Walk. And then they went indoors to somewhere, and we weren't allowed in. So they had people up there telling us, "No, you're not coming in."
I was gonna say, because obviously if I'd have done it, I didn't think I'd get back in time for this and stuff.
Well,
you come in for marathon tomorroor. I'm not sure that's something that you guys would cover, but it's, you know, it'll be a lot of people everywhere.
Then it might be interesting with people falling over.
Yeah, so at the end.
This weather is going to be horrific.
Warm, isn't it? Someone I know is running in it.
It's going to be horrific for them.
You want to be around the art gallery, not the art gallery. You want to be around Headingley Stadium because that's where they're coming in and coming back.
Well, it'll probably be around about the 17, 18 mile mark where people will really start having it.
They're off to like, I think they're off out to like Poole and Addingham and like quite far out, so.
Which is all right.
Oh, I guess if you've got a car, innit?
If you got transport, yeah.
But traffic's gonna be a nightmare. I'm not sure what to expect from today here. I'm just kind of.
It's looking bland already, isn't it? I think everybody's. I mean, what does a day of action mean?
Your guess is literally
action. We want action, people. Give us action. They're not giving us action.
I don't know all about what's going on this one. It's obviously not organised by the PSC, so.
Isn't it? Right.
No. I think they're all in Wakefield, so.
Well, I mean, they ruined it. They ruined the whole march.
It was
horrible.
I'll get an update on what happened from Wakefield.
You should have been watching my live.
Well, sorry, I was watching my eyelids.
No, it's not good enough. It's not good enough.
I was watching my eyelids till about half an hour ago.
Yeah.
I'll see you later.
Yeah, see you later. Ah, they got this shitty music on. So, and of course, this is a public spaces protection order where you're not allowed to have blaring out music, but the council doesn't do anything about it at all. I might go and stand in the shade actually, and I'll just keep an eye on them because it's a bit boring at the moment. And yeah, we went to Wakefield this morning, which was pretty interesting actually. There was a lot of banners there, a lot of banners representing the miners from each of the different collieries all around the north of England, and they were very, very peaceful. They were very, very good. They had a couple of brass bands there, one at the front, one at the back. But the problem was, once the banners were through, they had all of their pet project things attached to them. And all they want to do is get their loudspeakers out or their loudhailers out, shout incessantly with absolutely disgusting voices, really the worst voices you could probably have for doing that sort of stuff, and basically ruined a good day by being assholes. Can you see that? I think that is Serena. Israel, the shit stain on humanity. It's fascinating, really. Then again, having a different opinion to them is perfectly acceptable. There are other countries that you might say are a shit stain on humanity. But of course, if you say it, chances are you're going to be labelled as racist. You're going to be cancelled. You're going to be whatever. But it seems that white racists, it's perfectly alright for them to lambast a nation and a peoples and a religion. Despite the fact 20% of Israel is not Jewish, but it is a Jewish state. Good on you, Enoch. I'm representing the shit stain on humanity today as well. Although I am not Jewish, I am not religious, I am not anything. But that is the shit stain Serena. with her new banner. This is G. I wonder if G would mind if I said Palestine is the shit stain of society, on humanity. What would your reaction be?
I think it's simply wrong. Did I say Jesus was Palestinian?
No, it wasn't.
That's what a lot of people.
Well, they might say it. A lot of people say a load of shit.
It's indisputed, isn't it?
No, it's not. There is no dispute whatsoever of when Palestine was. The word Palestine even ever came into existence.
So when did it come into existence?
132 CE. 132.
That's what I mean.
There isn't. It's Rome. The Romans named it Palestine once they finally got rid of all of the Jews and exiled them, and they chose to call it Syria Palestina in a way of getting at the Jews.
But however, that land was called Canaan before any Jews stepped on it, so they can't say they were the first people.
Who says they said they were the first people?
That's how someone would react.
Well, it's like English in England, isn't it?
Yeah.
Used to be Britannica. It was. The Romans came in at some point, and then we had the Anglo-Saxons coming in.
Yeah.
It's like we had the Vikings coming in.
Yeah,
I mean,
what I'm saying to you, there's some Israelis thinking that they were the first people there, but they're clearly not. They were the Canaanites. That's why you had this big battle between the Israelis and the Canaanites, and David and Goliath. And Goliath was a big Philistine Canaanite, and David was a small guy, and he took the stone.
so let me say, right? How do you know Canaanites were there before Israelis or Jews?
That's what all the textbooks
Or
say.
were they both there at the same time?
Canaanites were there before.
Were they?
Right, yeah. Even
It's
says
like,
in the holy books, it said Jacob and
Which holy book?
Look at any book. It says Moses sent it to the land of Canaan.
It's known as the land of Canaan.
Yeah, so it must be there before the Israelites came in. Come on, work it out.
No.
And
I don't know where the land of Canaan was.
But Israel's,
I do know that Israel came up from David, or was it Saul?
Yeah.
And it was the kingdom of Israel,
Yeah,
or it might have been Judah.
yeah. They were like provinces.
And it's like, you're talking 3,000 years ago, but there are no such thing as Canaanites anymore.
No, because there was a fight between the Israelites, which the Israelites won.
Absolutely.
And even it's in the holy
Has
book.
Desmond
Apparently.
Decker got out to do with this? Desmond Decker? That's a joke, by the way. Have you heard of Desmond Decker? The
No.
Israelites. He made a song. He's a black bloke, Desmond Decker. And in the 60s, he made a song, Google it, called The Israelites. Anyway, the Israelis were going mental, saying, how dare you? He said, no, it's nothing to do with it. It's a song called It's Ska. Do you know what ska music is?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, that was a joke, by the way.
I heard the song. I know the song back
Yeah, but it's not to do with Jewish or whatever. It's a song, ska music.
However, in their book, it says Jacob and his sons go to the village of Amalek. And Amalek is, even Netanyahu said this, kill every dog, cat, camel, lamb, kill every man, woman, child, and baby. Genocide. That's why genocide
if
is in
you
their
believe,
culture.
if
No,
you
that's what it said in the
believe
book.
these books in their detail,
Yeah.
then okay, you can have that perspective. I have no evidence whatsoever of that level of detail and whether it's true.
I've done a lot of research. I've researched for years and years, listened for hours and hours on both sides. I listen to Israeli side.
Gee, you've not done lots of research ever. I know that for a fact. I know that for a fact.
I know more than you.
And,
Oh, yes, I have.
yes,
I know more than you.
I know that you know very little about the whole thing.
All right, tell me what I don't know.
I've no idea what you don't know. You tell me what you think you
I can
know.
tell you about Amalek.
And
You know about
I
Amalek.
all I know is that with previous conversations, you've not really known anything.
I know more than you.
And you clearly don't know when the word Palestine came into existence.
Palestine was under British mandate, and they forget Israel killed British soldiers and Arab terrorism. All the leaders were terrorists. And they killed
What are you
British
on about?
soldiers.
What are you? Which era are you talking about now? I mean, the whole of humanity. The whole of humanity is built on wars
Yeah, I agree with that.
and conquering.
Yeah.
It's like, huh? What's going on? And Israel did not come about because of war or conquering, other than the end of the Second World War. The United Nations implemented effectively the Balfour Agreement,
No,
which
about
was
Balfour.
from during the First World War.
And the biggest thing
Or
about
before
Balfour, they say he never consulted the Arabs. The British government made that, we could give Palestine, it says in the Balfour Agreement, we give Palestine a home to the Jewish nation, that's all it says. And they never consulted the Palestinians, that's why he got this.
I can't do anything about that
No,
history. I'm just saying
I'm not just
the
saying that's
United Nations
I know.
implemented a country
Yeah.
and Israel became a country.
Yeah.
It's an official
Well, two-state
country. It's an official country.
Yeah.
And then immediately in 1948, Lebanon, Syria and Egypt told the Arabs that were in there, get out, we're going to take over, we're going to beat them, we're going to get rid of Israel, then you come back in, it'll only take a couple of days, go for a holiday, come over to Lebanon, come to Jordan, come to Egypt, and then when we've beaten them and got rid of Israel, you've got your land back. And they call that the Nakba, because they never got their land back because Israel did not lose.
No, Nakba did happen, but it was an Israeli army attacking and killing Palestinians and took them out of their own home. You got a concept of Nakba totally wrong. It was the Israeli army going aggressively into Palestinian towns and cities and killing them and telling them to fuck off. It's an Israeli home now.
That was during the exact same time because they were at war. They went to war with Israel and Israel went, you're fucking around? You're now finding out. Which is exactly what's happening with Pakistan on India. It's exactly what's happening with Palestine and Gaza on Israel. It's exactly what's happening to Hezbollah. It's happening with Syria and it's happening with Iran. If you fuck around, you will find out.
I wrote a song about India and Pakistan. It goes, India and Pakistan, why are we fighting? Brothers and sisters, we should be liking eating samosas and pakoras. We should be liking God says, we should be brothers and sisters, not be fighting.
Well, I think you're full of shit because the history is the Muslims and the Hindus and the Sikhs never got on, which is why Pakistan and India ended up being produced in 1947, and a million people off each side actually had to migrate over from one country to another, and there is still a load of shit going on everywhere.
I'm not full of shit. That's why I said brothers and sisters, why we fight.
They're not brothers and sisters.
But they are all Indians at the end of the day. It's all religion and nationality that divided the whole nation. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I completely agree. Mahatma Gandhi wanted everybody and everything to be one country, working together, living together. And it was his mate, the Muslim guy, who I can't remember his name.
Jinnah.
Might be. I can't remember his name. He absolutely said no way, and he actually fell out with him, and they ended up having to have Pakistan and Bangladesh as well as India.
The problem was
it's like it started all of it.
Muslims thought they'll be. I'm not Muslim, by the way. I don't believe in no religion. Muslims thought there'll be a minority in India, so they wanted their own state, and that's put the whole nation into turbulence. And they split the nation into religion between the Hindus and
I have
Sikhs.
no issue with it being split either. I don't have an issue with that.
Yeah.
I have an issue with pissing about, fucking around and fighting and thinking that you can do something to someone over here, just like Ukraine did with Russia for fucking years, and that they're not going to fight back. I'm fucking lucky. Fuck around, find out.
Ukraine's not going to fight back, so Palestinians will fight back when they have all their land stolen for 48 years, which your history's not even, what you call it, talking about.
Come and join in.
He's just talking. Do you know over there, Leeds United beat a Manchester United Englishman. The English squad wore a different top. The guy with red top, Manchester United man, got beat up by Leeds United supporters. Listen, take me out. These are both Englishmen divided by football. One had a red shirt on, one had a white shirt. So he kicked his head in. He said, "Oh, I wore a white shirt on." That's football for you. That's happening all over Britain.
Well, that's
Britain's
alcohol for
divided
you.
by football.
It's generally alcohol for you.
Alcohol and fuckery.
Well, it's generally alcohol for you because, I mean, why would somebody wearing a Man U top actually come into the middle of a Leeds United celebration?
It's both Englishmen.
Well, no, I agree.
You don't.
I agree.
You don't. When Leeds United got relegated, there was a Manchester United fan with his red top on. Manchester, and that. Right, I said, look, just go, fuck off,
Yes.
go because you're going to get your head smashed in.
And they
he
know that.
And he come from the Scotchman pub, and in the end, right, I walked off. Next minute, I turned down. He's on the floor. He's got his head jumped on.
Yeah.
He was smashed to a pulp.
And the point
game.
but what that is limited small levels of rivalry.
Yeah.
Within a country where everybody comes together when you need to. What we do not have is that bit. We have got a lot of sectarianism going on in this country now.
Lots of it.
And that sectarianism, the only way to get rid of it, people flying, these fucking things,
Nothing wrong with Palestine.
it's everything to do with
I
it.
want to ask a question.
Yeah.
Please, who is right? Are you right or are you right? Are you wrong? Are you wrong? Or hold on. Or are you both right and wrong?
It depends on context. Everything's about context.
Yeah.
We live in Britain.
Yeah.
That war is nothing to do with us.
Because I'm not.
That's the point.
Everything.
It's nothing. It's nothing.
Britain's got a lot to do.
No, it's not.
British
It's
soldiers
nothing to
died
do
in
with
Palestine.
Then therefore, if Britain has everything to do with it,
Yeah.
and it's our history,
Yeah.
and our history has produced such a fantastic culture and a fantastic country that we had absolute peace and we had advancement for the last 8 decades, then you lot are causing strife within this country. You are becoming traitors. You're traitors to the country, and you're supporting something which is British through and through, because it was the Balfour Agreement that did it. Because that's my argument if you shoot it at me about Balfour.
Yeah, but back in the day, Britain used to support South Africa. They were well into South Africa because they had diamonds and gold. They were in the Boer War. Britain supported 100%, and the blacks were the slaves. And Britain still supported that South Africa state till it got brought down by Nelson Mandela. And Nelson Mandela said, "There's no freedom without the Palestinian freedom." He recognised the suffering of the Palestinian. That's what he said.
You're going into massive whataboutism now.
There's no
Massive whataboutism. There might be facts,
No.
but it's whataboutism. You're jumping from Britain to fucking South
Yeah,
Africa
but Britain
and
was
Nelson
involved. You
Mandela.
said-
It's like Britain was involved in everything. We ran the fucking world.
Britain did revolve.
Do you know some of the stuff what he says?
Yeah.
Do you think he's wrong?
Yeah, but he's saying that
Right,
thing.
okay.
Yeah.
Do you think some of the stuff what he said is wrong?
In the right context,
Yeah.
if he was over the other side of the world, perfectly all right.
Why-
It seems
why-
Not
to
in
me
Britain.
that-
Not in
because I
Britain.
don't support Israel. Not
No,
interested.
okay.
It seems like you're contradicting each other.
No, okay, like today, there's apartheid, racism, and genocide happening. Why are people so blind to it? Why are you people so blind to babies crying, starved to death?
Where's
by
the
Israel?
apartheid?
Because of Israel.
Why?
If I were Palestinian, I can't walk down the same
Rubbish.
road as an Israeli.
Rubbish. Bullshit.
I've seen videos.
You're fucking talking bullshit
No,
now.
have you been
We
there?
know
I
that.
lived with Israeli
There are
soldier.
20% of the people in Israel.
We're given free rein to exercise their brutality.
What's this?
And yet,
Do not engage with
Oh, no.
this person. Go away, you horrible little grotty
No, don't call him
piece
horrible.
of
I
crap.
can engage with him.
Oh
It's all
no,
right.
I mean he's
No,
telling you
no,
not
I've
to engage with
engaged with
me.
him before, so
Go
I mean-
away. Go away. I'm having a
They're having a
conversation.
conversation.
I'm having a
We're not
conversation.
insulting, you know. We're not
It's not-
insulting.
That is insulting. That is censorship. It's called fascism, you little twat.
No, now you're swearing. You're calling me a twat.
Oh, you're right. I am.
As he
Because
called
that's
me a
what
twat.
fascists are.
Just have a
No, you're-
He's
conversation.
like, yeah. He's a fascist who is trying to stop us from having a
No,
conversation.
he's not.
He is. He wrote to you, do not engage.
How's that?
Instead of that,
Why have you come over here? Why have you come over here? You were over there, we were over here on a conversation.
There's no violence,
came to me.
there's no swearing, there's
He
no
came
carrying
to
on.
me. Go away. Horrible little oik. G, let's go over there and talk. Go away.
Don't worry.
Go
I'll
away.
handle it. I'll give the Palestinian cause. I'm giving the Palestinian angle.
We have been talking for months. I've never seen you before in your fake, culturally appropriated
Different
scarf.
Can't talk.
Exactly. He's not, he is. G's perfectly fine. He's giving his opinion. This guy's being an idiot. Yeah, I appreciate what he does as well. Thank you. I appreciate what G does. I appreciate what this guy does. I appreciate what he does. It's like freedom of speech, having a conversation. We're having a safe, good conversation. You're ruining it. Go away.
Go away, Jim. You know, you just exaggerate it.
I'm doing the Palestinian side. Don't worry.
Not really business here.
Now, what's the last question? I'm saying Israel is a lot worse than South Africa.
No, it's the
Israel,
apartheid.
what?
It was the apartheid thing.
Yeah.
There are 2 million.
Like you said,
There are 2 million people out of 9 million in Israel. Out of 9 million people, there are 2 million that are not Jews. They are Arabs, they are Muslims, they are Bedouins, they are Christians, they are atheists of not Jewish background. They have exactly the same human rights and equalities, and they even get to vote at exactly the same time, and they vote in their people. There are Arabs in the Knesset.
yeah, I know.
This is not apartheid. It is not
Even
apartheid.
Jimmy Carter, the US Prime Minister, he called it apartheid state. It got someone so high up, and Jimmy
Carter's a Democrat twat.
Well,
Jimmy
he-
Carter ruined
he
the fucking
recognised-
United States.
He say about Trump and Biden and even Obama, they all ruined America. But he said Israel is an apartheid state. He made it quite clear. And there's so many people, Nelson Mandela and so many, Roger Waters, so many people have said Israel is an apartheid country. Not just me. There's a lot of voices saying that.
I don't care.
Well, you said
It doesn't
you're
mean
not-
that they're right.
Doesn't mean you're right as well.
But I've got the evidence behind it.
What's that?
Total equality. It is the only democratic
And the Arabs are
state.
second-class
It is the
citizens.
only democratic
They can't go
state
wrong.
where everybody
They get
has.
shot at.
No, you're
Yes, they do. That's
absolute rubbish.
You haven't seen the X-rays in Gaza of little
Absolute
children
rubbish.
get shot with brains in the head.
Exactly.
A little bit about the IDF. The
Hey, how do
murderers,
you know it
war
was the
criminals.
IDF?
The war criminals, mate. You need to wake
that-
up. The
no.
war criminals.
No.
Even the ICC.
The issue is
Amnesty International.
the
They're all
people-
crying out. The war cries out. Wake up, man.
the Israeli Muslims, the Israeli Bedouins, the Israeli Arabs, they know that they are very, very safe in a democratic, equality-based society in Israel. It's the only democratic, equality-based country across the Middle East.
Country
The
in
only
world
one. The
that
only one.
bombs and kills babies.
only
The war
one.
criminals, baby
The only
killers, man.
country where bombs kill
Babies are
babies.
crying.
What are you talking
Babies are
about?
crying. They got
What are
no
you
food.
talking about,
They got no
Chief?
water. They got no electricity.
That's because
It's
they.
satanic,
That's
evil,
because they're
monstrous.
children of terrorists.
Our children are terrorists now. You're baiting
Yes.
a baby now. Oh,
No,
you're
no,
baiting
no.
anything now.
No.
Children are terrorists, this guy's saying.
Children of
They're
terrorists.
not terrorists. They're freedom
Of
fighters
terrorists.
fighting for the nation of Palestine,
They're
which
just-
Israel
they're
took
just
over
terrorists.
in 1948.
Israel
They
didn't
took the
take
flag.
over.
Yes,
They got given it by the United Nations via the
Yeah,
Balfour
even
Agreement.
90 states did. If you go by that.
Guess what? Guess what? When Palestine was called Palestine between 1917 and 1948,
It's called before that as well.
no, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't. It not under the Ottoman Empire. It was not
No,
called
Palestine,
Palestine
yeah.
once.
It was
It was not called Palestine once. There was no state. There was no state. There was no kingdom. There was no monarch. There was no government. Oh, it was also called the Levant.
Yeah, Levant, yeah, I agree
Yes,
with that.
yes, which
There
is
was
no
names-
different from calling
there
it
were the names
Palestine.
given by biblically.
Guess what? We've got an area called the Pennines.
Yeah, yeah.
It ain't a country.
But it's not a name.
It's a name, but it ain't a country.
Yeah.
You're equivocating between nations and countries and just areas.
But in that nomadic world, right? It was
Europe.
The French who made all the borders in the Middle East.
Europe is an area.
Yeah. In that nomadic world, there was no countries or kingdoms. This roamed around nomad Arabs. All the British and French who made the borders.
No, that's not true.
That is true.
That's not true.
The British didn't make
That's
the
not
borders
true.
of
The
Afghanistan.
Jews from the 19th century, when the Jews started going back in there, they would buy land off the current owners, and they often paid more. They paid more than what it was worth just to get the land.
Churchill, the Zionist movement, he said we're going to make a Jewish homeland in Palestine. This is 1890.
It's an area, not a country.
Well, it was. Well, we're still called
Is it-
Palestine, and no
an
foreigner
area,
was
not a
allowed to go
country.
into Palestine to make it their own. When there was people lived there all the time.
Including the Jews. Including the Jews.
If you're fighting against Israel, would you say you wouldn't buy products from companies who are supporting Israel?
No, war criminals and they'll be brought to war crimes.
I've noticed there's a bottle of Fanta in there. It's owned by the Coca-Cola company who are apparently supporting Israel.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yes, he's got you.
Right.
He's fucking
Well,
got you.
it was 50 pence.
1-0.
I couldn't ignore the bag.
You've got him. You've got him.
I couldn't
Okay.
ignore the bag. It was 50
Okay.
pence.
Fair
Two
play
for
to
the
that.
price of
you're
one.
still supporting Israel then, something you're fighting against.
Gee, put an L right up against your own forehead. Go on, put it up there. An L. You've gone. It's a small L, but put an L up there. It goes like this. It goes like that. It goes like that.
You've got fruitcake.
Film this, film this, film this. Run into that, G. Please, run into it.
No.
He's right.
Okay.
Fair play to him.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
You got to wake up today. Israel is a war criminal
And
country.
the banks at that banks where Israel are doing the pain. Get him on that one. Got you.
Hey, everyone's smiling here, and we've got the idiots turning up again. Oh, we now got Zara turning up now.
Now, I say to your viewers, stop supporting a genocidal, evil country which in history is killing babies and starving them to death and bombing them. Wake up, man.
And on that bombshell, G, on that bombshell, you can have the last word. Thank you very much. You've been called. You've been called by your commissariat. Your commissariat have called you back. It's now time for you to go.
Good day.
Would you like some Israeli pop?
It's still my pop, you can't it?
Fanta.
Yeah.
Fanta
From
orange.
Israel.
He's
Give it back.
Israeli, still my
Give it
pop.
back to
And
him.
give it to the Palestinian.
Yes,
Israeli,
yeah.
you're
The
fucking
Palestine supporter.
It's the Israeli pop.
It is his own pop.
It'll do for the price of one.
It's back in his bag. Thank you very
All the
much.
best, pal.
And next year, how are we going to do?
We're gonna be okay. We're gonna stay in the league. We're gonna
Yeah.
be all right.
Yeah.
We're gonna be okay. We're hindered by this PSR business. What I don't really understand it.
They're taking 35 million away from the amount we can overspend, something like that, for 3 years.
That's it. I think we only can spend about 60 million or thereabouts on players, which is very
No,
unfair.
we can only overspend by
That's
60
it.
million.
That's it. I
Yeah.
don't really understand the logics
It's how much
against it.
debt you can go into.
Yeah, but
Madness.
the main thing, we're there. We're champions.
Yeah.
Let's see how we do. As long as we stay in I don't care if we finish 4th up bottom, 5th up bottom. As long as we stay in, and then we'll go on from there.
All right. Do you want to
Yeah.
give us your name? It's live
Yeah,
streaming.
yeah.
It's up to you if you
Yeah,
give your name.
it's Newby.
Newbie.
Yeah, N-E-W-B-Y, Newby.
Nice to meet you.
All the best, pal.
You, buddy?
Nice to meet you, Mason.
Mason?
Nice to meet you.
Good to see you, buddy.
Have a good one, bye.
And you. Bye-bye. That horrible little oik with the fucking fake scarf on his head. So here we go. Here's the ultra white old people's march. Oh, they're going a different way. straight up the head round. There's very few of them. Here's the overfed pigeon. She's managed to get back from Wakefield. They're protected by the PLO. Elbit. How are you, bud?
Yeah, good.
Why did they come this way then? Why did they come this way? It seems to have brought the police off as well. Dunno. But presumably they're heading towards Alliance and some of the other places that they want to get rid of.
End apartheid!
End apartheid! Free Palestine! End apartheid!
Drop Elbit bombs, yeah?
Free Palestine!
Make everyone pay.
Free Palestine!
Listen to this voice. This is horrific.
Free Palestine! End apartheid!
Now, for anybody that doesn't know, this is Serena.
Zionism is terrorism!
And Serena is classified as a racist.
Zionism is fascism!
Serena has criminal convictions for racism.
Free Palestine! End apartheid! Free Palestine! End apartheid!
And they're very loud.
Free Palestine!
Very loud indeed. And it was Serena that was holding the Israel as a shit stain banner. Yeah, that's Serena. Serena is racism.
Zionism is fascism!
And there's a fat pigeon up there.
Decolonize! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Stop the genocide! Stop the genocide! End apartheid!
Free Palestine. past somewhere like Alliance and other places, whatever places it is that they have a problem with. He really doesn't want to be on camera, does he?
Down, down with the occupation. 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 About liberation. About liberation. About liberation.
So yes, they cause problems with this stuff. So they purposefully stopped right on the crossing. Look at it stay on you. Nice.
The Quran says this. They're going to come back, you know.
I don't know why pseudo Spider-Man's talking to me. Go away, you overfed pigeon. Hello, Spider-Man. Emotional little boy. Hey, what's wrong with you, Mr. Emotion? You need a dad in your life.
No, I need your mom in my life.
She's dead. You can have her.
That's how you do the kids, you motherfucker.
Oh, look at the emotion on you.
Why? When you're killing kids. Why not?
Look at it, hey, it's not my problem. Hey,
Dirty.
you're an
horrible.
aggressive, horrible little emotional
No,
git.
you're a dirty.
Horrible little emotional git.
You've got kids yourself.
Have you ever heard of stoicism?
Horrible.
Have you ever heard of stoicism?
Horrible little bastard. You're dirty.
Have you ever had a father in your life?
No. I'm your dad. I fucked your
Really?
mother.
Really?
I'm your dad.
Really? A very aggressive, emotional, fatherless, unfathered idiot.
I seen him when he turned off the swinging himself around and that. Yeah, keep an eye on that one.
Yeah. Well, he eventually removed his mask for me, so I got that on camera. Here he is. The only one threatening around here was you. It's all on my live stream. It's all on my live stream. Here he is. Israelis Harabia is a colonialist chant where they demand that Israel becomes Arab. And of course, Israel has never been Arab, neither has Palestine, the area of Palestine, until it was colonized by the Muslims and the Arabians. So, colonization. Keeping an eye on the oik, all of them, they're all listening in. Oh, it's a shame we don't have Hayden and the others there. But he thinks he's a gangster man, and now he's disappeared into town, so he turned up late. Here's Gangster Man as well. It's Gangster Man's Messiah.
These guys? Oh wow. You spot them? I'm just filming it. Well, I'm just walking like this, and this ignorant woman just stopped the podcast. Oh no, they're all cowards. They're wearing a video. I've got a video, but her face is not in it because they're cowards wearing a mask. Right. Well, email it to me anyway. Yeah, go on YouTube, look up News Now Yorkshire.
Now then, Simon. You're right. What a bunch of neo-Nazis you are. Israel is right. You're neo-Nazis, yeah. Chat again. Yeah, mate. He doesn't know how to act. Doesn't know how to act at all. In public. How are you, buddy?
Yeah, brother, how are you?
I'm very good. I'm very good.
Yeah.
You having a good time?
Yes.
Enjoying the weather?
Yeah. God bless. Good to see you.
About the coming of the Messiah, Jesus Christ. As Christians, we by no means support violent celebration. Because we were told they come to lay down our lives before God.
Oh, here's Aiden.
We came to love our enemies and to bless those who curse us.
Oh, I was wondering when you might arrive.
To those who hate us. And as Christians, we because of the transformation that takes place in people's hearts and
Make them
lives.
move round. On video. She's whipping him with it. Whipping him with the flag.
Because we see them.
Shame on your face.
Just to get us into heaven.
With your culturally appropriated scarf.
So that we might establish an eternal kingdom. The King of Kings ruling, the Lord of Lords, and the Prince of Peace, who governs and rules from heaven. And when you enter into Christ and you believe on Him, your lives are transformed and you enter into the kingdom of heaven. And every time to Christ, you become a slave to righteousness. You become a son of God. And under the Prince of Peace, the King of Kings. And we are happy here to pray for anyone. Because we do not desire war, we do not desire destruction. Because Jesus Christ gave us these commandments. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, and mind, and love your neighbor as yourself. And you cannot do that unless you know Him, and His Spirit is entered in, and you become the temple of the living
Well, that
God.
was very, very confrontational. And instead of walking through, they stopped and surrounded all of them. They have lost all understanding of their own culture, all understanding of it.
And that's a true conversion in Christ Jesus.
And News Now Yorkshire is continuing to video the OIP being talked to by the police.
Because we know the truth of the Word of God.
Are you alright?
Anyone
Are you alright?
shouting at me?
I know. And they surrounded you, they surrounded Ed, and instead of carrying on walking through, they decided to surround you.
Shame on English people who are standing against wrong side.
Yep.
Jesus is
Shame on
King
them.
of the Jews.
Shame on them.
He's God of Israel who's standing against him.
Shame on them. Unbelievable. I might be an atheist, but that's shocking.
Well, we hear every week, but
What happened? What happened? India and Pakistan, they're fighting. How come there's nothing to do about that? Coming after Israel. See how they're coming?
Exactly.
They
Exactly.
don't care about any other cities.
They don't care. They just need to annihilate Israel. They need a genocide. That's their genocide. It's on them. That's what they're calling for.
They're not going to win.
They certainly bloody are.
Israel is winning.
well, we are just preach the gospel.
I
to
know.
anyone
I
who
know.
people, so
I know.
I want
Anyone
Jews to
can
come to
preach.
Jesus. I want Palestinians to come to Jesus. But
But
you
you,
see they're going that way.
you were confronted then by all of them.
They shouldn't
I
be
know, I could
confronted
feel
with
the
this
anger in the air.
government.
I could feel
Yeah.
the tension. But
Yeah.
Why they
I'm not
come
trying to
against
cause trouble, but to turn people to Jesus.
Yeah. This guy's here to cause trouble though. He wants to cause big trouble.
We enter this day in the kingdom of God, and we have His identity.
And now he's been told to go.
We can say our destination is eternal life. If you want you to this question in your life, where you are going, is the eternity.
That is the way out. You can't blame Israel. You can't blame somebody.
Are you alright, Hayden? You
Yeah,
alright?
I'm fine. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
We know the
See you later.
truth of the Word of God, and we see how Jesus paid the price on the cross. That is the truth we have walked in today with His identity. Because when we confess His name, we receive Jesus in our heart, and we understand we have a
Well,
Father. Our Father in heaven.
the barrier of peace has been fixed. The one that was broken the other day. But it's still let the terrorists come through. They're all here. Oh. Do you know hallelujah? Quickly.
for him.
Certainly can. How are you? I'm all right. Is everything okay? Brilliant, brilliant. Yeah. Hey. Did you get it? Did you get it? Did you get the details of who did it? No, did you get it? Dreamer. The thing is, in England, the English people have got standards. One of those standards is that we accept freedom of speech, even if we don't like what they're saying. So, the only thing that can really be done is to catch them out in their stupidity, catch them out using hate speech, and catch them out doing criminality, and plenty of them have been caught. Plenty have been in the courts for racism. Plenty have been in the courts for smashing up buildings and causing criminal damage. Plenty are in court for grabbing people's cameras and throwing them away and breaking them. News Now Yorkshire has currently got a case going on where somebody grabbed his camera and broke the screen. Farage would resolve this if he had the right policies. I mean, this guy here, Mr. Amin, he's a convicted racist.
Free Palestine! Free Palestine!
You look so ugly. You look ugly. You need a change.
They've really started disliking us being here. They really have a problem with us being here. question. I don't really know what's going on. And I'm not going to try and push into it. That's it. Move your sheep with you. Take your sheep with you. Genocide. They're shouting for an ethnic cleansing from British streets.
We don't want no Zionists here! We don't want no Zionists here! We don't want no Zionists here!
I don't think they understand what genocide is. Would you like to, I'm assuming you were against them, would you like to explain what made you decide to confront them?
With my daughter, who lives in Israel, okay? So Israel has to have an iron dome that protects the citizens of Israel. Israel has shelters to protect the citizens of Israel. They didn't have those. Thousands of rockets are fired over into Israel on a daily basis. There's my daughter.
Is she all right? And the thing is, what they're actually chanting for, particularly to do with Elbit and Barclays and all the rest, they're actually chanting for Israel to have zero defences in order that the Arabs can go in and annihilate them.
Exactly.
They want a genocide. They want an ethnic cleansing.
To annihilate the state of Israel and wipe the state of Israel
And
off the face
not just the state of Israel, but every Jew that's there as well. That's what they want. And unfortunately, our police don't understand that. They don't understand that what they're calling for is genocide and annihilation.
They're calling for genocide.
Exactly. October the 7th was genocide, by the way. October the 7th was genocide. Attempted genocide.
But what they want is genocide in a totality. They want to finish off.
It's not about the land, it's about genocide in Israel and the Jewish people.
Why don't you give the land back then? It is about the land. Why don't you leave the land? It's not about the land.
Moron.
Yeah. Oh, stop lying. Nobody believes your lies anymore. Nobody believes your lies anymore.
But you want to wipe off every Israeli.
Nobody believes your lies.
You want to kill
Stop
every
lying.
Stop lying.
Stop lying.
£100 bet.
Stop lying.
£100 bet.
Stop lying.
Put your money where your mouth is. £100 bet.
Stop lying.
Oh, that's all you can say is stop lying.
You're boring now. You know that.
Stop lying.
That's what they do.
Don't lie.
I'm not allowed to defend myself. He says,
Why is it allowed?
I'm fine. This is my strength.
Don't engage with individual idiots.
Threat or insult, but slow. Thank you. Dare me what? How dare I what, madam?
How dare he live? How dare he live? Is that what you're saying?
What? How dare I what?
I don't think you understand the Human Rights Act, my dear. That's pure racism. Nationality is racism. It's nationality. People who are of a certain nationality, if you go against them, it's racism. It's the Equalities Act. Now, Hayden, is it Millie or Molly? Because I keep getting it wrong, or you keep getting it wrong.
It's Schmeckel.
Schmeckel. It is. No, it's not. How dare he? How dare
If
he?
she'd have been a male dog, I would have called her Schmeckel.
Is it Millie or Molly?
Molly.
Molly. I keep getting it wrong. Molly.
How can they? Oh, I'm not naive. I'm not naive. But they can blatantly say that Gaza was a concentration prison war camp with no way out. Oh yeah, except Egypt, except the 7-mile border with Egypt.
The key bit, as far as I'm concerned, is getting all of this stuff live, on camera.
I might have to go to court, you know, with that thing that happened on Tuesday. You know, it
are
was the
they
same woman.
wanting
You know, it was
to?
the same woman that attacked Trump's golf course.
You do know that you turn off comments on your live streams, don't you?
I tell you what, I've turned it on.
You've now turned it on.
I turned it on because I realised people could. Yeah, I'm learning. I'm learning.
Fine, good,
But it
good.
looks good. Turn it. I can't believe I can stream like that. I'm so happy.
It was on national media. It was on, I think it was on GB News.
What video?
I think it was yours, but they put it down as a credit. Who's Nicole Lampert? Do you know anybody from your lot called Nicole Lampert?
If it was one of all that, I don't mind.
No,
even,
but
even yourselves, I
that's
don't mind.
the name.
You're so wonderful to us all.
The name that they credited was Nicole Lampert.
I don't
Now
mind.
I don't know whether that person had got it from wherever it had been shared, maybe Habibi,
I don't mind.
and then taken it.
It's
But it's there. It's there.
It's in the Telegraph as well.
The
And I've
more
sent it up to the police. You know the video. The police have the actual video now.
Yeah.
They're not a copy. They have the actual video now.
the more that we get this stuff out, because they're nuts. They're absolutely nuts, and they're demanding genocide. I mean, this is pure hate speech
Well, I
and
hope
hate
I get my
incitement.
time in court because I'm not scared of going to court. The woman there that was giving us slurs and terrible things on Tuesday, and her counterpart, there was also the other one where my phone got stolen, and she tried to push it to me after I'd been mugged and got my phone stolen. These people are serious offenders.
Absolutely. And the best that we can do is get it out there, change people's minds across Britain, eventually get reform in and get Farage to kick them all out, send them all somewhere
I'm
else.
shocked with Labour because Labour, the problem is, right, the difference between Labour and Trump, right? Okay, nobody wants to be told what they can and can't do all the time, but it's very important for safety that there is an element of discipline. I don't mean dictatorship, I mean discipline. So, for instance, the reason why it got so bad in America in the college and universities is because the people that operate the systems weren't disciplining anybody.
Yeah.
They had no discipline for themselves. So, of course, it took that Trump had to take billions away from them before they would actually do anything. We can't do that here,
It's the
obviously.
same in our education system across from preschool through primary into secondary and then through into education,
You've
higher
got to have
education.
safety
There
discipline.
there are zero safeguards. There is zero discipline.
Listen,
And there's no fathers in the world anymore.
Let me just tell you something, right? I'm the first person to become indignant if I have to wait in a queue too long. Are you with me? But in a polite way, I don't swear or curse or anything like that, right? But I'll tell you something, right? If I see where discipline isn't and where it's needed for our safety, okay, then I almost insist that there is some discipline, and that's why Trump is doing so well. Do I like everything he does? Probably not. But without it would absolutely. He has taken the fuse out of an atomic bomb that was about to go off.
And
Metaphorically
we
speaking.
have one going off here right now.
Metaphorically
We have one. We have such sectarianism that it is absolutely shocking.
Lies are ridiculous. To say that Gaza was a concentration, or you mean like 1940s? The
Yeah.
people now are screaming, we want our homes back in Gaza. It was beautiful. Actually, it was. Are they Jewish? Yeah.
No.
Are they against the Jews?
Yes.
Are they Christians?
No.
No. So the fact of the
They're the other one.
The fact of the matter is, they're trying to say that Gaza was a concentration camp. Hi, mate. Hi. Well, it obviously wasn't. And was the border? Does the border have soldiers and aerial things? Well, if we had flipping terrorists firing rockets straight after we pulled out, straight onto Israel, as soon as they pulled out, I mean, that shows their intention straight away, doesn't it? So what do they think they're going to do? Have people there giving out hummus on the border?
Now, well, are you going to be just following this lot around, are you? Or are you going to...
I've got
calm yourself down and
I've
reduce
nothing
the
else to
stress
do.
on your heart.
I can't stand to see something that's so illogical and unreasonable, right? Once again, do I think Israel's done everything right? Well, of course not. But I mean, in not making an excuse, but in war, things go horribly wrong, and sometimes people do things deliberately wrong. Incidents, individual incidents. It happens in all wars, and hopefully it's dealt with. But generally, right? Generally, what did they think was going to happen when they committed October the 7th? And just one final thing before you speak,
They fucked around.
Is what did they prepare for their people that they love so much and they want Gaza for so much? What shelters did they prepare for them? Nothing.
But that's because, right, here's the link there. Hamas doesn't care about death. In fact, it celebrates death. And it needs lots of deaths in order that the West, who celebrate life, can then complain about it endlessly. And it's these emotional
rhetoric has gone through the media, through the civilians, etc., and it's opened a Trojan horse of people that always had an opinion, but now they have a chance to come out and voice that opinion. Okay?
I think that
in a horrible, disgraceful, disgusting, derogatory manner.
I think the Trojan horse is now being countered by legions and legions of Mustangs who are all rising up. They're starting to realize what the hell this shit is about. And it'll take time, but
it's nothing to do with your general Muslim person.
I have no idea. I don't know. I can't tell. I mean, these people, what we hear.
Let me just say something. This is important, right? I think that any country or any area in any country has potential for these things to happen, even with peaceful people. Okay, they're normally peaceful, if the wrong people are allowed to operate it, as in this case, Hamas. So I've always said, right, I say I've always said, it only came to me in the last 6 months, when Israel pulled out in 2005 and Hamas took over in 2006, if Israel would have taken over in 2006, right, the people there would have had, that would have been a way to then keep going okay with the people they've already made peace with Israel a bit further away. Are you with me? Okay. And they could have called it whatever they like, but if Israel would have taken over in 2006 and not Hamas, it would have been the Riviera. And it was already a nice place. Yes, I do. I strongly believe, yeah.
But now they've got a culture. Now they've got a culture of hate. They've got a culture of hate, and they've brought them all up.
Israel has proved that it can live with Muslims, Christians, gays. So they've got a resume. They've got a CV that says, look, we've done it.
Yeah.
Right? There's no apartheid. People are living in peace. Why can't we do that in Gaza? If they'd have done that in Gaza in 2006, instead of Hamas taking over, all this would have not happened. There'd have been problems,
Hamas did take over. So the question is, where does it go? Right, I'm going to leave you to it.
Thank you.
You go and if I were you, I'd go and calm down somewhere.
Sorry to use up your hard drive.
Oh, no, not at all. It's live streaming.
You know, I always like to talk about schmeckles and hard drives.
Enough of that. Enough of that. I'll see you later. So let's go and catch up with this lot. Quarter to 3, I'm getting hungry. And the sane people in the world are enjoying themselves with a little beverage.
Oh, viva, viva, oh, Palestina. Oh, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Viva, viva, oh, Palestina. Oh, set me free from the river to the sea. Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Oh, viva, viva.
Well, it is the smallest little rally that I have seen this lot do. And they're quite bunched up and all shouting, so it makes it sound loud. But it's very small. It's getting smaller and smaller, Simos. Less people are joining you. Less and less. Yeah, Israelis are right. You're neo-Nazis, yes. The projection from the anti-Israel side is amazing. They demand a ethnic cleansing and a genocide, and yet they say that that is what Israel is doing. They claim Israel are the Nazis when they're the ones that want to eradicate, completely eradicate all Jews. They want them dead. They want to complete Adolf's. They want to complete Adolf's stuff. Simos is just waving arrogantly at the bus driver. Simon, not Simos. And this lot have completely blocked up the whole road. And thankfully it looks like the people of Leeds absolutely fucking hate this shit. Really hate this shit. Nobody likes these people. No one likes their message. Their support is absolutely dwindling. People know that they are desirous of genocide and annihilation. They want British people who may well agree that Israel should have a nation to be ethnically cleansed from Britain. So they're moving now into City Square. Get off the fucking road. So this building here must be about 15 to 20 years ago. That was a nightclub. That whole building was a nightclub. It was a brilliant nightclub and it burnt down. And they've actually done it really nice. They've fixed it up absolutely superb. Beautiful glass up there. I don't know what it is now. Oh, we don't know where they're going next. They're heading down to some of the insurance companies that are down here that are pretty much not open. Huh?
What do you think, train station?
No, I think they're going to find Alliance. I think Alliance has got one of these buildings, yeah. Somewhere. And the ladies are out for a head night. That was a nice little interlude. You ain't going far, mate. First chance that these guys get, they need to turn off somewhere else. This place, the Green Room, I think it used to be a fire station. But I could be wrong. Might just be a fantastic old building that they opened up with some bars around the front to hold it up. Stunning history. Multimedia. As in Monday, but without the A. They're dwindling. They're really dwindling. This is very, very small. It's very small and it's getting smaller. Bye. Because they claim that England is involved because of what happened in 1917 through 1948.
Right.
When we beat the Ottomans.
Yeah.
And England and France, or Britain and France, took over the whole of the Levant, the whole of that area, split it up, and then determined how to split it up. And this lot complain, you've taken our land. And yet Jordan was the land for the Palestinians.
Yeah.
Along with Gaza, which was run by Egypt,
Yeah.
and parts of the West Bank, which were run by Jordan. More of them are leaving.
They don't know what's going on. They do the self-profile, and it's like they'll say they support him, then like that bloke earlier down in town hall. It's ridiculous.
It's all lies. It's all
Yeah.
propaganda. It's all spun to be emotional, and it's projection.
Yeah.
Everything to do with genocide and everything. That's what they want to do to Israel. They want to kill every Jew, every single one. In fact, not just Jews, all the Israelis.
Yeah.
They do not want the Arabs that are in there to live after this. So, I'm assuming they're heading down to Alliance or something to go and shout at some brick walls. They think it's clever. Today's march is called a day of action. The question is, okay, what's your action that you're doing? What is the action? It is causing trouble.
Yeah, they're just boasting criminality.
And the interesting thing about them going to Alliance today is that it's most likely going to be shut. It's an office building. I don't know whether it's an office building that sells insurance on Saturdays or even has anybody in there on Saturdays. Unless maybe they're going to their Israeli-built swimming pool. Are you warm enough, mate?
Too sweaty for a hat.
Well, why did you wear all of this stuff, mate?
I've got a hoodie today.
Right? Yeah, you can believe, but it ain't gonna happen. Well, it's now 3 o'clock and this is still going on. And everybody's bored shitless, but pretending that they're really, really happy to be here. News Now Yorkshire and Street Hawk, where have they gone? Are they further down? Or have they decided to give up? They're over on the other side, hiding behind the bus.
Long live the Intifada!
Well guys, it has got exceptionally boring now. They're just walking down a road to nowhere. And they're going to stop in the middle of nowhere and pretend that they're actually doing something important. Where is the Alliance building? Yeah. It may well be down there. Or they might just be walking to fucking Ellen Road as far as I know. Yeah, there's not very many smiling faces here now. They've had their fill, they've been out walking in this heat. For over an hour and a half. And they're looking very, very tired. Simon's looking very, very tired.
I am tired.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's mostly white-old people who've probably read a propaganda post on Facebook or something like that and joined in. Really, everyone else who's spreading it is more of a self-profile type person.
You mean it's all virtue signalling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all fascism, general fascism. You know what, I'm only 17, I've not really got a bigger picture of the world, but it's...
Well, Fascism comes from Italy, with a guy called Giovanni Gentile, and it's all about syndicalism. And what syndicalism is trade unionism.
Yes.
Get rid of the governments, get rid of democracy in that way. The people have the power via the people having the power of production. Therefore, the groups of trade unionists become the government.
Yeah.
They become the state. And they have a leader, and their leader was Mussolini. And the thing was, if anyone didn't agree with them, they were in trouble. So it wasn't a freedom of speech type of thing. So it is very much socialist based. It is, as Giovanni Gentile said, fascism is the pinnacle of socialism. It is the end point. It is the zenith. If zenith is the top, I don't know. That's what fascism is. Far left socialism.
You see, what I find ridiculous is as well, if you want to spread the word, you'd be more communicative. Where they're trying to limit everyone's speech, they're trying to limit traffic movement, they're trying to limit emergency service vehicles. That's not going to get a good representation. Then if they can do all that, why can't they show the face?
You're hitting it bang on the nail. Everything that they do, every single tactic is chosen to annoy the shit out of everybody.
Yeah, it's their point on everyone else's.
Exactly. Shall we wander down? Now, this pub called the Editor's Draft, I'm sure this used to be the Wellington. Oh, they're turning left. Whoa, something's happening, they're turning. They're going to shout at an empty building and take some photos and do some virtue signalling on Facebook and Twitter or X and Instagram. And that is what this is all about. A very small group of far left lunatics with a pet project.
I find it humorous because it's meant to be part of the future generation, really. Well, some of them, shall we?
From what I know, particularly from America, the Gen Z generation is very much going against a lot of this woke stuff.
Yeah.
Very much going against it. I don't know about Britain that much. About whether the British Gen Zers, what do they call it? Who's it? Zoomer, Generation Zoomer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Somebody started calling them that. But there does seem to be a big split. There's a split of ultra wokies and then very, very conservative. So we've got a big van of police here. I think they're really concerned about the word action in Day of Action. They have turned up at one Wellington place. And let's see what they're actually doing. Are they going to make any actions? Or are they just going to shout into the wilderness?
Outside Allianz office in this building. Allianz is the largest insurer of Alpha Systems, two vehicle drones that kill the Palestinians. So now we have some speakers to tell
Her timing of going in relation to when this guy said Palestinians was really, really clever. Really good. I don't.
Was I talking to you?
I'm not talking to you. I never was. Go away.
Alliance facilitate and legitimize the Zionist entity and its war machine. They legitimize and facilitate Zionist expansionism, colonialism, and genocide. They
So there might be
legitimize and
50 of them.
facilitate an entity that uses drones
Maybe.
and other fascist weapons to exterminate a people, to demolish their homes, to target the resistance fighters, and to steal land that is not rightfully theirs. Alliance is more than happy to make a profit by investing and underwriting genocide and the ethnic cleansing of Palestine. They profit every day off the blood of colonized people. The same way that genocide in Palestine was a mistake, was
she's a
something that
horrible
exists in a vacuum, but an inevitable result
me
of
at
the
all. She
Zionist
loves me.
project. We must never forget that Zionism cannot be reformed. Alliance and the finance capital, the networks of money that promote colonialism must be destroyed. So we've gathered here today because we know who is profiting off of genocide. While they try to hide themselves and go out unnoticed, they supply the financial cover of Zionist fascism. We know that all of the people, all of the world's people now know who they are. We know their names and faces. You shut down and picket your offices. We must do whatever is necessary to force Alliance into a corner and to force them to cut ties with the Zionist entity and Elbit systems. To force them to divest the 177 million they have invested in imperialist arms companies.
And there are some people inside. I think they're mainly security, and that is it.
We have to heighten our resistance against the impunity with which the Zionist entity is able to continue its genocide. We must ramp up our efforts because the UN and international law is unable to dispense justice. So we have to do it as the people. We see how companies like Alliance cover up genocide, climate breakdown, colonialism and capitalism. We need to continue targeting these companies in the face of the arrests and repression that the state tries
I do wonder whether the whole thing would have fizzled out a year or more ago if it wasn't for all of these pathetic little rallies across the West. I would imagine it would have fizzled out and there would be peace now and there would have been a hell of a lot less deaths and the hostages would be back. But while they maintain their position of not returning the hostages, the innocent hostages who were taken during a bloody, disgusting, hacking, murderous, in some of the most nastiest ways, raping, child killing attack on October the 7th. The equivalent of if 30,000 people had died on 9/11.
Talking about the genocide in Palestine. Oh, I live in Britain. What's it got to do with me? I don't really have an opinion on it. As if it wasn't Britain.
The actions by America.
1917, that they decided to declare that
if it had been 30,000 instead of 3,000
but instead to the Zionist
on 9/11 would have been absolutely cataclysmic
sent over
for this world,
that oppressed the Irish to do the same to the
or
Palestinians.
for that world, the revenge would have been unbelievable.
Have been lying to its own population about stopping arms.
And given the amount of hatred and indoctrination in everybody
that they have reduced their arms even minusculely,
within Gaza,
and even that is a lie. It has been found that since the start of the genocide,
the indoctrination that the United Nations undertake
projectiles, including
at the schools that they,
bullets, shotguns,
the schools that they
tanks,
run,
and least of all, parts for the F-35
that indoctrination is not going to build people up to consider dialogue.
for dropping bombs,
The only thing that there is for these people
schools, water infrastructure,
is
and energy
Israel
infrastructure,
must
and the destruction
be
of the
annihilated.
people and the culture.
The Jews must
even more
be
disgusting
annihilated.
Is that advertisement campaigns
That
of these
is
weapon companies will not hide
their
it.
culture, that is the education that these children are
treat the
getting,
population
that is how
of
they are
Gaza
being
like
brought up
lab rats, so they can prove that their
from birth.
weapons are battle tested.
They have the opportunity
And it is companies like Allianz,
for a
companies
good,
like
safe
AXA, that both operate here in
country
Leeds,
called
that
Gaza,
invest $177
or Palestine if they
million
wish to
in
call
12
it that.
different armed companies. And Allianz investing and underwriting Elbit Systems, one of the Israeli arms company. And they try
They
and
have the
pretend
option.
like this is normal, like a necessity,
But they choose death
like something we should
instead.
just accept.
They
Will we
choose
accept
to
this?
fuck around,
Is this normal?
and Israel will help them
Will we
to
allow
find out.
companies in our city, in our country,
And
to
rightly so.
continue to enable genocide?
And the only genocide that is
companies,
desired
they have employers'
is the
liability
genocide by the
insurance with Elbit
Palestinians
Systems
and
that
by
allow
these
them
people.
to continue their
Every
genocidal
single one of them
operations.
wants
They
the
can
annihilation
divest,
of Israel
They can stop insuring, like other companies like Barclays,
and the death
Puma,
of all
and London
Israelis.
Metrics have divested already. They can and they will. Zionism is held up by a web of these industries of financial capital and weapons. If you cut the web, the creature will fall. Next we have 47.
Come on.
Thus the Zionist entity continues to carry on mass murder with British vehicles. This government dares to bulldoze and disrupt the supply chain. Terrorists. This is not about order. This is about political
They do seem to be walking away. Are they going for a Coca-Cola? Are they going somewhere where they can juice up their Apple iPhones? Are they off to Barclays to get some money out? The PLO is following them at a distance. And the little oik is coming. Hello there, little oik. I hope they're buying some good Israeli food. And you know, we got everybody's come round.
No excuses. No
Everybody's now going to Sainsbury's, including the police. The evidence gatherers are going to Sainsbury's as well. They need a drink, they need some sustenance.
They got the Sainsbury's lads, not exciting. Yeah. Thank you. Doing a job for us.
The PLO's round there.
Did you see you on news night the other night? They were asking them, Dems might have lost it.
Did you sort anything out? Did you sort anything out with that guy that spat at you?
I'm not saying
Yeah.
no, I didn't reply.
You did. It was disgusting. It was vile. It was absolutely vile.
I know, but no, I couldn't be bothered.
At least you got the embarrassment on social media.
Yeah, thank you for saying that.
It was too much hassle. I've got too much work.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right.
Thank you.
I already asked my loads on
Yeah. It was disgusting, but it was written. As I said, the one today, did you see that moment? Someone walked past protest and said, "You black bastards, go back home." Like a sweet-looking old man in like a Hawaiian fucking shirt.
Well, you know.
Left it out, you know, when it was coming down the Brigger.
How old is old?
Oh,
70s?
70s, yeah.
Well, you know, they were brought up in a different generation, weren't they? You know, brought up in a different generation, different experiences. And it's dwindling down even more. Even Zara is just sitting there going, can't this be fucking over yet? Why can't this be over? All the kids are bored shitless. Why did my mum and dad bring me to this crap? I wanted to be out with my friends. The snarling witch is here. The whippy woman is here. Up you get. Go off home, all of you. And I think I'm going to call it there for my live stream, because there is now happening really. And I'm not going to follow them further. I'm going to head off. Because they're just going to do the same old shit that they've been doing. Slowly annoying the hell out of everybody in Leeds. And there's only about 50 of them now. Monday News estimates that at least 5 people turned up to an irrelevant rally. And everybody's tired. Everybody's had enough. Everybody wants to go home. There's nothing going on in there. Is that a general killing you, or is it blisters again?
Not blisters. I don't think
marathon.
Yeah, so I've got to get everything ready for that. I've got to go back, walk the dog, walk the dogs, sort them out. Everything. So I gave them a walk today, but I wasn't expecting to be out this long. So, shoot back. Last time I did it at the start, which was a mistake. I'm not doing that again because I couldn't get any reception. I was all right on the main road, fine. But, and there was no point being at the start. All you were listening to was the DJ going, and you couldn't really see anything because it was too busy, so you better off the road. I mean,
Apparently they're going down towards Poole and Addingham and places like that.
Well, they're going from Edinburgh, then they're running into Leeds, then they're going into Auckland, and I think there's a half road. I mean, it's not the most nice, you didn't get many views back.
Well, there was, remember a few weeks ago it was really, really hot.
Yeah.
There was a marathon going on in the heat, and people were basically falling over like flies.
Yeah, they're warning everyone tomorrow.
Well, thank you very much for watching, everybody. I'm going to call the live stream there, as the ants return to their nest. Thank you, everybody. I think News Now Yorkshire is still live. Street Hawk might be live. So I suggest you go and have a look on there, because I'm shutting this down. Thank you very much, everyone. Bye bye.